Florida. Scott, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Andrew, I wanted to thank you for citing the tools Reagan used to get out of his recession. That is the most comparable recession.
Well, it was Carter's recession.
Well, you're exactly right, Andrew. I like that you cited it as Carter's recession as well. You cited the 50% down to 25. It was also, in 81, he went from 70 to 25. So effectively, he moved the rate 50 points. He also moved the interest rate from 18 points down to next to nothing. What I'd like you to explain to your audience is, did Obama have either of those tools in his toolbox?
What do you mean, did he have what?
Did Obama have the ability to move the top rate even 15 points, much less 50? And did he have the ability?
You're telling me that in 2009, when they had the House and the Senate, they couldn't have set any tax rate they wanted?
Not when it's at 35, Andrew. How low did you expect him to go? I mean, if you're
but he didn't lower the top rates, Scott. He raised them.
Andrew.
Obama sought to raise the top rates.
Andrew,
and he's seeking to tax businesses more through this Obamacare mess.
You know as well as I do that at the time when he took over, we were at an all-time low in receipts coming into the government. He also
actually, revenue to the federal government increased under Ronald Reagan.
I'm not talking about Reagan. I'm talking about Obama.
Well, why is that?
Because we were in a recession. And
okay.
No one was making
So
money.
in a recession, the best thing you can do is take more out of the private sector.
Is that what he did? Because I don't remember him raising taxes, Andrew. He raised taxes this year.
Okay.
It's similar to when Reagan. There's another.
No, you don't have to raise taxes by raising taxes. You can raise taxes by devaluing currency. You can increase the debt by $5.5 trillion. You can create a stimulus package that doesn't stimulate anything.
Andrew, you and I both know.
No, stop with the you and I both know. Barack Obama was convinced by the Keynesians that the federal government could take $862 billion, 12%, $100 billion, and put it into spending on roads and bridges. And once that money pumped into the hands of the workers, they would start spending it, and that would be the primer pump that turned the economy over like an engine. Except it didn't work because it never works. Because every bucket of water they take out of the lake to try to create a new lake, they don't increase the amount of water, they just spread it out.
There was one other primer that you failed to explain to your audience that Reagan utilized, and the CBO has said that if Obama spent money on the states the way Reagan spent money on the states, Obama's unemployment rate would be 1 full percentage point lower. That would be the 6.7 that you.
But the stimulus package did spend money on the states, sir. The stimulus package did block grant money for the states, sir, as does Obamacare with the Medicaid expansions. This president didn't stop spending money on the states, sir, please.
No, he just didn't spend as much as Reagan did.
Okay.
That's the point. Reagan created 1.5 million state jobs. Obama gave away 700,000. It's a almost a $2 million job.
Look, I'm not citing Ronald Reagan as a perfect human being. No human being is perfect. He was dealing with a belligerent Democrat House and Senate. Tip O'Neill and the Democrats were not friends or allies with Reagan. They didn't want to work with him. He had to work with them. That was his mandate. He wasn't a dictator.
No, you're missing my point. I respect Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan did exactly what he could do at the time. He used the tools that were available to him.
But his amnesty was dealing with 3 million people. And the unemployment rate, when they started debating the amnesty for that 3 million people, was 6.7. Our employment rate today is a full point higher, and there's 4 times as many people that we're discussing here. And that's a low estimate. So the question is, Scott, you call all the time, and you seem like a nice and sensible guy, but I'm not going to confuse your civil tone for a winning debate here. Hold on a second here. You tell me, with 90 million people not participating in the workforce and a 7.7% unemployment rate and higher taxes and Obamacare not being fully implemented, businesses don't know, where are these 11 million people going to work?
Andrew.
Scott, Scott, we have laws of supply and demand. We have more labor right now than we need. This economy does not need more people. Yet, the Democrats want to drop 11 million people into the laws of supply and demand on the demand for jobs side, where there is no supply. So you tell me, where are these people going to go?
They're going to go into the states that I live right around, in Alabama and Georgia, where we let fruit die on the vine last year. You act like we don't. We have all these people willing to go.
Well, sir, when you have a fixed welfare state, the phrase "jobs Americans won't do" is because we're paying them not to do them. Thank you for the call. So there's no need right now. The businesses that say they can't find people, again, like every argument for gay marriage is an argument for a limited government. The arguments by businesses that they can't find people are not arguments for amnesty. They're arguments for eradicating the welfare state.